Alright everybody, we're back with another live stream starting at 9:28, 9:26, or 12:26 depending on where you are. And this is the only continuously running, I'm writing hello, the only continuously running live stream on the Oakland Raiders' plan to repopulate the species, if you will, in Las Vegas, because that's what's going to happen. Repopulate the Raider Nation species. That's right. Or as Mark Davis once put it, I can deal with breaking up the fan base. He did say that. He did say that. I am not kidding you. So, here we are. And I'm going to wait for people to come in before I start talking and yapping and stuff like that. Call me Yappin' Yafet Koto. But I said I'd be back. And I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Who is this? I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I don't want to say it any other kind of weird way, like, yeah, I'm back, you know, all that stuff. But I'm waiting for people to come in. And for what is going to be a rollicking, fun second show. Haven't done this in a while. You know, 2 shows back to back, right? Back to back shows. Scream Park. Waiting for everybody to come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. That's right. I say come on in and come on down. And wow. Face what you fear. Face what you fear. Okay. I told you, denizens, I was taking a break. For those of you who are seeing this for the first time, I had a Comic-Con live stream a few minutes earlier, about 10 minutes earlier. I stopped that, started this one. So I'm waiting for the usual and unusual suspects to come on in. I'm in particular waiting for the usual suspects to come in. So there. Some of the suspects are not usual, and they are kind of coming in, you know. Some people are coming and they're going. Whatever's going on. But I am here. So and I'm going to tweet this out to let everybody know we're back. Back. Back, back, back. Back, 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 back. So, let's see here. I think now 4. Who's back? No one's saying. People are there. No one's saying anything. Let's say Raider Nation. Raider Nation. Hashtag NFL. There we go. Okay. And then I'll put out hashtag Raiders. And there we go. And who else? Call out the followers. Like, let's see here. Let's see. Call out one and the rest will follow, hopefully. There. All right. Social media. Beautiful thing. You say, is there news about the stadium? There's always news. There's always news. Actually, what you don't hear in this situation is as much news as what you do hear, you know? So, I'm going to wait for the regulars to show up, and we're going to go from there. I'll refresh this. Ta-da. It's refreshed. And yeah. So, what's the new news? Well, the new news is, hey, Welcome back, Go Warriors. Thank you. Thumbs up. Hey, Corvette. I told you I'd be back. You know, switching from Comic-Con to the Raiders. Not yet. Don't want to. Let's talk about Raiders. Let's talk about that stuff, man. Okay. And before we do anything else, okay? So let's see here. Oh, good. Everybody's coming in. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, folks are coming in. And now we are... It's funny. Sometimes a person will show up and they'll say, ah, there you go. Maybe they expected a guest. I don't know. Hey, have you ever watched Queen Sugar on the Oprah network? Pretty good. Queen Sugar is pretty good stuff. I gotta say, Queen Sugar is rocking stuff. It does, just is. Okay, now, what is happening with Las Vegas and NFL? Let's see here. We've got... I like to go and just search Google and then, you know, type Las Vegas NFL and see what the updates are. And guess what's number one, folks? Ooh, because number one is Ronnie Lott has concerns. Thank you, Go Warriors. Ronnie Lott has concerns about NFL having team in Las Vegas, and that's by NBC Sports. And then Ronnie Lott nervous about Raiders moving to Las Vegas. Okay. So that's the latest. And what's Ronnie Lott nervous about? Well, I mean, that's the good thing for us. In fact, the good thing for us is that it didn't say Ronnie Lott says Silver and Black did everything it could do to stay in Oakland. So that got overshadowed by this. Go Warriors says, I would be with Ronnie, I would be nervous too. Yeah. I mean, you've got a situation there where you're inviting the dogs to the food, right? You're inviting the dogs to just really camp out and just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to go and feast over here, and yeah, I'm going to go over and do this, and I'm going to go and do that, right? So, and here's another tidbit that is interesting. Gabe Jackson, here's kind of dovetails on what Ronnie Lott's saying, right? Gabe Jackson learned about his new contract while he was in Las Vegas, right? Yeah, that's what it says here. According to the Review Journal, he found out about it while in Vegas. What was he doing in Vegas? Look at this. This is hilarious. I mean, that's what it says. Gabe Jackson learned of new Raiders contract while in Las Vegas. I don't think he was planning for the stadium. He says it was 106 degrees. Hey, Rick Rice, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Oh, you the man. Says last week the Raiders right guard took a phone call from his agent while in Las Vegas for a teammate's bachelor party. But get this, he wouldn't say what Raiders teammate he was at. Or that's it. But he was at... That's hilarious. His agent is Tim Younger, who just so happens to be the same... Well, excuse me. His agent is not Tim Younger. Tim Younger is Derek Carr's agent. Derek Carr is the agent that structured the deal so that Gabe Jackson could get a better contract, all right? But for me, the news that Gabe Jackson was in Las Vegas partying with his teammate at a bachelor party in Vegas, ooh. I want to know. I want notes. I want news. I want to know what happened. That's what Ronnie Lott's talking about. What happened there? Right again says Ronnie pay before payday. I'm concerned about Las Vegas. Ronnie, after payday, Raiders tried very hard to stay in Oakland. Right, Raider Gans. Drew Glaze says he was at a bachelor party for Hudson. Okay. Raider Gans says that's right. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? But how long can that be when you have NFL players there? Just asking, right? Where did the money go? Where did the money go? Okay, so that's one item of news we've got. What else do we have? We have that's Vegas related, because I know some stuff I want to get out of the way. It's kind of slow, you know? It's kind of slow. I mean, you expect to hear something about UNLV, Raiders, UNLV, right? But we all know they're working on a deal. Next week is on the 14th is Las Vegas Stadium Authority meeting, right? So, but they're still working on a deal. And it's like, okay, you're working on a deal. No news since June 19th. Or June 9th. Corvette says Raiders belong in Oakland. And Mark belongs in Vegas as the new king with his big gold chains. Hey, Harry, how are you? Harry Dunn, how are you doing? Harry, ironically enough, you have the same name as the Harry Dunn in Mad Men. Just saying. Harry Flores says, Zinni, does Mark Davis care about the Raider legacy? No. He doesn't. It's past. If not, it's more likely to give up in order to settle up with former Oakland in a lawsuit. No, and when I say that, let me explain. Mr. Davis said something to me when I first, well, not the first time I met him. Second time. And he said when I was with he and Mark Bourdain in 2014, he said, in response to my, hey, do you know, as a reporter, the architect of the Raiders deal, his response was, I don't care about the past. That's what he said. Which I was a part of. That's what he said. So he wants to carve out his own path based on what his father built. That's my impression of Mr. Davis. Mark. Now, Jordan Yancey just got back from Vegas today. That's all they're talking about is the Raiders in Vegas. Wow. What are they saying, Jordan? What are they saying? Excuse me for a second. Is it good? Is it good or bad? What are they talking about? What are they talking about? Raider Gannon says, what is the city of Oakland doing in regards to the lawsuit? Where do they fall as fast as supporting a private effort goes? That is the focus of a number of behind-the-scenes talks. And Harry Dunn says, actually, more people have told me it's the same first and last name of the Jeff Daniels character in Dumb and Dumber. I've never seen that movie. I'm a fan of Mad Men. Hey, so Jordan, what was the tone and tenor of the talk in Las Vegas? And so Rick Rice says they're at the new Raiders Bunny Ranch. Owner said all players get half off. Yeah, I remember that one. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. So, hey, are you out there? Are you out there, Jordan? Jordan Yancey going once. Jordan Yancey going twice. Hey, Corvette. What is up? Jordan Yancey got back from Vegas, but Jordan Yancey on a report. Hey, John Marks, how are you? John Marks, you missed the Comic-Con show. We were talking Comic-Con. I still have not landed a sponsor. Patrick M. Blackman asks for a deck. I said I'd send it to him. I'll do that. So that's where I'm at. But how are you doing? Hey, we went from 10 to 16 to 20 viewers now. Woo, everybody's here. Now, Raider Gann says, but what part of Vegas is talking the Raiders, the minimum wage folks or the folks that can actually afford to attend the games? That, any update on the A's stadium search? Not yet. Drew Glaze says, and I'm a minimum wage folks and I got 2 game scans. Haley, how are you? Haley, you missed my Comic-Con show. You only show up when Las Vegas is is one of the keywords in the title. Actually, yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I guess Jordan, I sense it. She says, "Sorry, I missed Comic-Con show." Yeah, it was rousing. I enjoyed it. I mean, we're starting to ramp up there, actually. But I promised everyone I would switch. I would do Comic-Con and then the NFL stuff, and I was just going to do a general NFL talk. But do you realize that the Raiders Stadium, and I've talked about the FAA review, is up for review before, but I found an interesting article, and it goes like this. It's worth repeating for posterity. And I want to thank contributions of $4 from last episode. Right, again, it says minimum wage in Vegas and Cali are two different things. Let's see here. I want to recount this though. This is let's see here. Raiders, FAA, Las Vegas. This is, if I can find it, it's really worth repeating. FAA, look at heist issues. Let's see here. Las Vegas. You see Tempe. Here it is. This is it. It's by a publication called the Rose Law Group Reporter at roselawgroupreporter.com, and the title of this post is Raiders Stadium under eye of federal agency that killed Cardinals Tempe Stadium. Ooh, you hear that one? Goes like this. And it's by, who is it by? It is by Rose Law. It's by staff. No one particular person, is by staff. Okay. All the staff got together and over pizza and beer, they wrote this. Yes. Oh, excuse me. Phil Risky is the senior writer. Risky is spelled R-I-S-K-E. Phil Risky. Phil Risky reports the NFL Raiders. He doesn't say Oakland Raiders. Just say Oakland Raiders. See, that's the problem. I say Oakland Raiders, okay? The NFL Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Rose Law Group, get your act together. The Oakland Raiders, who are trying to move to Las Vegas, want to start construction by November 1st on a new stadium that will be 225 feet tall. The 65,000 seats venue, estimated to cost $1.9 billion, will be completed by June 30th, 2020. We'll see. Do you realize that June 30th, do you realize that's up the approximate date that Kong versus Godzilla is supposed to come out? Do you realize that? Yeah. 2020 is the release year. No specific date yet. Well, no, there is a specific date. It's in May. For Kong versus Godzilla. There's a significance there that I think we need to reflect on, okay? Think about that. But I digress for a moment. All right. And anyway, all right. That wasn't a horse. That was supposed to be my Godzilla yell. It's not a horse. Even though, admittedly, it sounded like an anemic horse. Hey, Jamal Mills, how you doing? All right. Now, this is what I'm saying. This is, it says VidBlogger Nation. VidBlogger Nation. Now, okay. Anyway, let me see here. Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. All right. Let me read this Rose Reporter to you, all right, by Phil Risky. Anyway, as I was saying, the 65,000 seat venue, estimated to cost $1.9 billion, will be completed by June 30th, 2020, the year that Godzilla versus King Kong is supposed to come out. And Godzilla's going to win. The Oakland Raiders said in its request for a height requirement of the project, the Federal Aviation Administration will now examine whether the Dome Stadium might hinder operations at nearby McCarran Airport. It sure is nearby, folks. Additional factors might also be considered, including stadium lighting and post-game fireworks that could affect jetliners passing through the nation's 8th busiest airport, reports the Las Vegas Review-Journal. The FAA reviews any structure 150 feet or taller, regardless of location, as part of its obstruction evaluation and airport airspace analysis. The situation rings a bell for those who remember when the Arizona Cardinals proposed to build its stadium in Tempe, Arizona, directly east of Sky Harbor International Airport. The Tempe story. In 2001, Phil Risky, he says I, so I'm taking the I out and putting Phil Risky in. Phil Risky took a helicopter ride with a pilot for ABC 15 over the Washington St. Priest area in Tempe at the time. And then he goes on to say, talks about it. And he says that there were concerns about commercial airliners flying too close to the planned stadium, which was near the end of runway 26, which lands airplanes from east to west. Stadium proponents claim the stadium would be to the side of the landing approach. How many times we heard that one, right? But my helicopter ride showed the site directly in line with 26, which we documented with photos. Regardless, Tempe's lobbyists said nothing would stop the $334 million stadium project. Nothing. And here's a quote. In the big picture of this construction starting and the stadium going up as planned and on time, it's totally a done deal. Now, how many times we heard that phrase? Done deal. I'm sick of hearing the phrase done deal. Anybody who uses the term done deal, they're a dumb duck. I hear that all the time. Done deal. Come on. Hey, how you doing, maniac? Please don't say done deal. You're a done duck. Now, the former Attorney General Grant Woods told us on an airport news service. At the time, the FAA had issued a preliminary opinion the stadium site would be a hazard to air navigation. Now note, the FAA has issued no preliminary opinion regarding Russell Road. Now don't confuse the Clark County Aviation Office, the FAA, as some have done. The FAA has not issued a preliminary opinion as of yet, okay? As of yet. That hasn't been done, okay? So, also at the time, Hugh Halleman, who is a harsh critic of the noise Sky Harbor's jets generate over some of Tempe's oldest neighborhoods that straddle the Salt River, was a candidate for mayor. Tempe's legal actions forced jets to make tricky and risky maneuvers. That's a very similar situation in Las Vegas. They've actually had to change the conic, make it deeper upon which an airplane approaches and then takes off, okay? So, and that conic's an important thing. So anyway, they go on here, back to Vegas, and he basically speculates. He says the Clark County Department of Aviation is not a party to the FAA study, and the department's director, Rosemary Visalidis, has said in the past that the Russell Road site would not present the airport with concerns, though she said ultimately she'd await the FAA's findings. Now, I wonder if she talked to Southwest. It's unknown how long the FAA study will take to complete. In comparison, it took more than a year to resolve radar interference issues at Los Angeles International Airport that were caused by the height of the Rams' new stadium in Inglewood. In that case, the Rams agreed to install a secondary air tracking system on the stadium. That's interesting because the Rams stadium is 3 miles, 3 miles from the airport. This one, I'm talking a quarter mile. Actually, maybe less than that. It's close, okay? It's really close. Hey, Reuben, how are you? Hey, by the way, speaking of which, I don't know if Dave's going to join us, but say a prayer for Team Reuben, R-U-B-N, because little Reuben, who's 7 years old, is fighting brain cancer, and it has negatively affected him in a way such that The prognosis is not good, folks, okay? So say a prayer for Reuben, if you can, because I'm telling you, I don't care how bad you think your situation is. That kid's suffering at a level that I feel for his parents and everybody, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna follow with Godfather Grizz and say a moment of silence, please, for Reuben and Team Reuben, okay? All right, so yeah. I mean, get well. I hope he just survives, because I saw a heartbreaking tweet about Reuben today that just gives you pause. Hey, Silver and Black Oakland, how are you? Now, Wade again says, Zinni, why did Vegas politicians vote down the minimum wage increase to $13 in Vegas? I think it's because they want cheap labor in the construction of the stadium. It has nothing to do with the stadium. It has everything to do with the simple fact that look, the casinos have gotten by on cheap labor. I'll repeat, the casinos have gotten by on cheap labor. And prior to the jacking up of the minimum wage, which is dramatic for them, a starting entry-level job on the Strip was $492 below the poverty level. You hear what I'm saying? Below the poverty level, folks. Yeah, that low. So, from the standpoint of the working person, yeah, it's an awful deal. But then you have to ask yourself, hey, what's going on that they feel they can charge that? Whew, wow. Okay? Yeah, prayers for Reuben. Prayers for Reuben. Right again, it says, really think people in Las Vegas are going to get screwed? You know, I think, yeah, I do. I do. Hey, Joshua says, hello. I didn't hear from my other Jordan guy. Oh, Jordan here's, or Jordan Yancey says, yeah, I heard they were still involved too. Henry Flores says, Zinni, suspending disbelief. If Mark Davis did not screw Sheldon Adelson over and he was still involved, what would your attitude be toward the Las Vegas move? Well, it wouldn't change. I mean, I don't. That's a puzzling question. Drew Glaze, me drinking Dr. Pepper is a big deal. And Goya says, did you say dun duck or dumb duck? Well, they're interchangeable. Dumb duck and dumb duck, dun duck, duck, do. Dick duck, dick duck. Anyway, you get the idea. Hey, Reuben, how are you? Now, Jordan Yancey, did you answer my question about Vegas? I didn't see it. But Jordan, you're saying that you heard. All right, wait a second. Jordan, you said that you heard. All right, wait a minute. I got to ask this question. Yo, Jordan Yancey. Yancey says Adelson still involved. All right. True? He said that? Jordan Yancey says Adelson still involved. True, he said that? Because if that's the case, his own publication is lying. Because I've asked. I say no. So are you accusing his publication of lying? Just asking. Yeah. False Jordan. Hey, Jordan Yancey just got back from Vegas. Jordan says, that's what some people are saying that Sheldon, that's big news. Hey, so Jordan, you're saying to me, I want you to write this down. You're saying to me that the Las Vegas Review-Journal was lying? I'm asking. I'm asking. Whoa. Wait, forget Ronnie Lott, man. Jordan Yancey is coughing up some good stuff here. Forget Ronnie Lott. Jordan says, I'm not going to say they're lying. but you have a lot of people in Vegas saying he's still involved. Holy shit! That is... I told everybody... Wait a second. I told everybody... Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm putting this out as a tweet. Okay? Sheldon Adelson said to be still involved with Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Stadium. But I'm putting it out as a rumor. Rumor. I'm noting it rumor. I'm saying rumor. Rumor. NFL. And I put rumor, okay? That's a rumor. If I can't confirm it, it's rumor. I'm putting out as rumor, alright? Jordan Yancey says, Jabber. Yeah, I mean, I don't think, hey, look, if he has, I'm going to say something about news, okay? If he has information that he was in Vegas and he heard that, and he heard people saying that, who am I to say that he's wrong if I wasn't there? Okay? I'm not getting it from people I ask. If somebody happens to be a loose lip and sinks a ship and it sinks it to Jordan Yancey, cool. Hey, he spilled the beans here. He put it in black and white. I saw it. He didn't allude to it or hint it. He said, hey, look, people in Vegas, some people are saying that Sheldon Adelson is still involved. So what you do as a news person, you put it out, you say, hey, look, this is a rumor, but this is what I'm hearing. Now, it puts the weight, once again, on the Review Journal to say, oh, he's not involved. Okay? You see how that works? Just saying, all right? Now, you see my point? All right? But the whole point, Russ, isn't that is that he's involved. That if he's involved, then it really tests, and you see where this is going with respect to our everything else. It really tests the NFL's gambling policy now, doesn't it? And it really makes that whole argument look like it may have been a sham. Or maybe worse. Maybe worse. Okay? If Adelson is still involved, you know what? We've all been had. There's a lot of hadding going on here. I'll repeat that. There's a lot of hadding going on here, if that's the case. All right? Definitely a sham. The authorities made up of casino owners. Oh, and let's not forget union folks, too. Okay? Joke. Does it look like... let's see here. Well, LX9933, you didn't hear what I said. I said, in the tweet I put out rumor. Rumor. It is a rumor. That is not a violation. In fact, you want to vet something, you say, hey, look, this is a rumor. Okay? And it is a rumor. That rumor's been flying around all over the place. But, hey, look, I asked the question before. The Las Vegas Review-Journal had said that Sheldon Adelson is not involved in the project. In fact, I will go back. I'll tell you when I'll go back as far as to tell you when they said that. Okay, hold on a second. Jabber says it's BS. I live in Las Vegas and haven't heard such. Jordan Yancey says, as far as stadium goes, I don't see it being done by 2020. Hey, Jordan, can you give us a feel for who you heard that from? Where were you? I mean, since you're willing to talk about that with us. I mean, just flesh this out. How far along were you in this, okay? Who were you talking to? You said you heard it around town. Did you hear it in the bar talking to somebody? Is this manufactured? Because I'm just putting it out as rumor. Okay, so I'm covered. I'm not saying it's absolute. I'm saying rumor. Rumor, all right? So, yeah, Sheldon Adelson does own that newspaper, right? Rivera says, corrupt state in bed with a corrupt sports, but I doubt Adelson is still. Brian Lee says, Zinni, you might let you know that some people like me are getting notifications on time. I just got mine 5 minutes ago. Really? See, that's horrible. Oh, and see, that explains it, because my viewership is ramping up. It's now at 62, right? But that's wild. That's wild. Man, a lot of guys in sport. Wow. Unconfirmed fake news. Well, let's get the news. See, the way you handle it is to say, here's a rumor. Again, here's a rumor. That's what I'm saying. Here's a rumor. Because Yancey says lots of guys in the sports bar were talking about it. Now, which sports bar were you at? Pray tell. Give us some tips. Which sports bar were you at? Just asking. Where were you? Where were you? And just drunken talk. Hey, you know what they say, when people get drunk, they spill what's really going on, all right? And rumor has it, right. LX says, is any update on the lawsuit? Nah, I want to get to this Adelson thing first before we go there. Don't stop changing the subject. Besides, I don't know your real name, LX. Hold on a second. Jordan Yancey says, I'll be back in Vegas in 3 weeks. I'll try to get a lot of stuff recorded. Thank you, Jordan Yancey. Woo, hoo, hoo, hoo. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yes. Barry Lee says, I'm mad at YouTube because, well, yeah, YouTube's out. I'm glad you told me that, Barry, because there's a problem there. But Jordan Yancey is breaking a story here. This is, you know what? Henry Flores says, yes, alcohol brings out a lot of the truth and a person's true character. Yes. And John Mark says, Jordan Yancey, pro Oakland or Vegas? A good question. Jordan Yancey, are you pro Oakland or Vegas? But you know, here's the thing, John. I don't think it matters. He could be pro Vegas and still tell that truth. Still tell that, okay? At this point, what does it matter? Really? You know, you see what I'm getting at? Because depending on the person, that news has different value. All right? So, Donis, how are you, sir? How are you? Jordan says, I stay in LA. I just want a new stadium. That's it. Jordan speaks like a lot of people in LA. Plus, get this. Jordan is part of that pipeline, that LA to Vegas pipeline. So, but hey, which sports bar did you hear this in? I want answers. I want answers. Which sports bar did you hear this in when you were there? Name the bar. If you named it before. Let's see here. See, Jordan Yancey said no problem. He'll be back in Vegas in 3 weeks. Hey, Jordan, what do you do for a living that sends you back to Vegas? Professional gambler? Just asking. Let's see. So, are you? This is really fascinating. Is there a pro Raiders category? Oh, the Mandalay Bay. He was at the Mandalay Bay. Okay, so look, we're putting it together. He was at the Mandalay Bay sports bar. And, hey, Vito, how you doing? He says, too bad we can't, Vito says we can't buy the Raiders like Green Bay. I agree. I got to put this out as a tweet. Donis, it was fine, but Donis, I'm working on breaking news here. This is breaking news. Hold on a second. I'm going to tag Las Vegas Sands with this news, okay? Talk is that Sheldon Adelson still involved with Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas, NFL Stadium. Okay. Now see, I put talk is, which is the same as rumor, right? I'm going to put rumor, not talk, but rumor. Rumor is. And then I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to tag the Las Vegas Sands Twitter account, Las Vegas Sands. And I did. Okay, so that's out there, all right? Now drinking rumors get started. Get over it. Jabber says, Las Vegas logos don't go to the strip for bars, just tourists talking. Well, but Jabber, if you don't know, now, again, it's rumor. R-U-M-O-R. R-M-O-R, rumor. Rick Rice says, I was at a sports bar a couple of nights ago and found that the world was actually flat. Some guy told me. But Rick Rice, you thought it was flat. And that's why you screwed up with the whole ICBM thing with respect to North Korea. And now I know where you got it from. Gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah. But, okay. A little fill in there, folks. Rick could not understand how an ICBM could, fold over and hit Alaska. Like, you ever heard of the polar route? You know the polar route? But he couldn't. He's like, it can't hit Hawaii. What's going on with that? I'm trying to explain to him it's the curvature of the Earth and the polar route and all that stuff. He was acting like the world was flat. So no. So Rick Rice says most credible sources are found at sports bar. That's where Connie Chung used to get all her info. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you a true story. Speaking of rumors, right? Mike Silver, my longtime friend who started writing for the Marin IJ, Independent Journal, and then the San Jose Press Democrat, and then Sports Illustrated, and then Yahoo, and is now with the NFL Network, told me his first big story was centered around Dennis Rodman, and he got all of his stories about Rodman. He got him drunk in the bar in Houston, okay? And they had this kind of drunken escapade kind of thing. And that's how Mike Silver developed his fame, right? So, again, the famous line used to be, don't get drunk with Mike Silver, all right? So my point is, now, yes, Al Davis' birthday was a couple of, it says, what Al Davis' birthday doesn't Mark spend time in the family? Yes, Jordan, he does. He does. And happy belated birthday to the great Al Davis. Have to say that. And Joshua Stevens says, I'm living in Alaska, if not Oakland, anywhere but lost wages. If Green Bay can get an NFL team, any city can draw them. Your word. Okay, let me see something regarding this Jordan Yancey. Crediting Jordan Yancey with this on my live stream here. But let me see what the Las Vegas Review-Journal has said. I'm going to Google and I'm typing Las Vegas Review-Journal. Adelson not involved in Raiders Stadium. And I'm typing that as a search term. And okay, we have February 11th, 2017, Adelson spokesman on withdrawal from stadium project. April 17th, 2017, Raiders execs expect in Las Vegas for stadium meeting. Steelers owners is January 11th, 2017. Raiders might move to Vegas without Adelson. And let's see if we find anything more recent. Let's click on the news. Okay. Click on the news. We have the June 12th exact cost. And nothing that would imply, let's see, let's Sheldon. See how this goes. Yeah, there's nothing that would say. It says here, Mark Davis still not listening to Oakland Stadium plan. That's December 1st of last year. Sheldon Adelson backs out of investment project. Las Vegas Stadium Authority should be where potential Raiders. That is. And so, Roger Goodell, NFL against casino interest owning franchises. And so, NFL no compromises on that. So there's nothing, in that news section, but if I go back and check all here, I don't see anything that would indicate a change or philosophy, a turn. And Adelson withdrawals. I saw something very recently that confirmed that Adelson was still out, all right? And so that's what I heard, okay? I saw, rather. I'm trying to find that, is what I'm looking for. And I am not, let me try Twitter and see what I find on Twitter, okay? There's Twitter. Let's see here. There's Twitter. So we've got, let's see here. There's Twitter. So we've got this, and then I'm typing Sheldon Adelson. Sheldon Adelson. Let's see here. Nothing except that what he wants is ACA repeal. Number one is my rumor that Sheldon Adelson is out. Wills from Hulk Hogan, the God of Abraham will strike you down. Sheldon Adelson. Nothing about Adelson. And then let's see here, Raiders. Sorry, folks, I'm giving this a bit of a look here. And other than mine, Adelson, June 15th. Adelson is also the man bankrolling the Raiders' move to Las Vegas. Doc, Paul Ryan got $20,000 from two of Trump's biggest funders. And wow, okay. And before the Raiders and Adelson came along, the SNTIC was going through plans to build UNLV its own stadium. That's true. That's by Tyler Bischoff. And deal brought to Las Vegas originally by the Labor Union, Raiders owners Sheldon Adelson and Harry Reid of all people. White House leaks indicated Trump requires Adelson to build the new stadium out of all marble. That's hilarious. Okay, so there we are. That's what we have, so far. We don't have anything to indicate that Sheldon Adelson, any other rumor that other than what I put out there that Sheldon Adelson is involved. But it's hard to find anything by the Review Journal that clarifies his position as being out right now. Okay? So given what Jordan has brought to us, it's appropriate to ask the question. So, and Jordan Yancey says, when I go back, I will ask more questions. That's the best he can do. You have to give Jordan his thank you. He is the conquering hero. Hel Hekyabah, Hel Hekyabah, Hel Hekyabah. KFD says, Zinni, I also read somewhere that he bowed out of the deal because he did not believe he could make his projected annual returns of $13 million. And guess what? He still can't. The only way he would be in the deal is if he were going to do ancillary development with respect to the parking issue, and that could put him further. But look, if he's in the deal, if what Mr. Yancey tells us turns out to be true, and Adelson is back in the deal, then that could mean that Bank of America is out of the deal, or just doing the financing, okay? Or that loan is taken off the table, okay? So, and I like the info. Yeah, Mr. Yancey, thank you. Yeah, right. Hey, Donuts, that's what we're talking about. Kate, let's see. Rivera says, Adelson got involved for legacy. Once he saw no profit possible in getting screwed by Raiders, he was done. Unless what Jordan Yancey says turns out to be true. Go Warriors says, hey, y'all. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow night. Special show with Go Warriors and Octavio and others on Skype. Okay? Gotta tune in. And Barry Lee says, I would also think anyone that's involved with this Vegas stadium would have to be disclosed to the state of Nevada. How? Actually, that's not true. And here's a very key reason why that is. Ooh, this is a very huge reason why that is. Holy cow. All right, Russell Rivera, hold on to your hat. I just figured out something that could possibly be true that would lend more credence to what Jordan Yancey tells us. Do you know what that is? I'm going to ask if you all are ready by a show of yeses. Are you ready? Yes or no? Let me know. Are you ready? Are you all ready? Yeah, gust to win, but are you ready? Are you ready? Alcohol, the cornerstone drink of a nutritious breakfast. Hey, see you tonight, tomorrow. Also with the Monty offshore cost overruns, how does the deal generate any potential profit for Adelson and Las Vegas Sands? I don't think. Michael Jordan. What? I have no idea what this stuff is regarding that. So that's removed. Okay. Are you all ready? Are you all ready? Yes. Okay, you're all ready. Rick Rice says, "Please no," which he means yes. Okay. I didn't. All right. Bowser Ruler is not ready, but Bowser, you're gonna have to get. You have to get your tail ready, boy. Yeah, I'm talking to you, man. Are you ready? Are you not ready? Okay. All right. Okay. I'm asking you if you're ready. All right. Kevin D says, thanks for the clarification of the financing, Zinni. If that's the case, he won't be entitled to share as owners of the Raiders. All right, here's the deal. According to the way, and I want you to listen, everybody, all right, including you, boss, according to the way the SNTIA is written, the Southern Nevada Tourism and Improvement Act is written, financing news, financing information cannot be disclosed. It can be hidden. So if Mr. Adelson is involved in the deal, they don't have to tell anybody. Did you hear what I just said? Again, did you hear what I just told you? How you like them apples? It goes around the same issue regarding, hey, have you heard or have we heard anything about Bank of America? So Mr. Yancey gave us a picture into a possible truth. Okay? Got it? Barry Lee. Are you ready to humble? Yeah. But hey, but Russ, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. It's the perfect cover. Okay? Make the outside world think you're out. The NFL owners approve you. You get back in. When I worked for Elihu Harris, you know what we called that? We called it this. You know what that was? The no-look pass. The head fake. Let me try it again. See? You want me to do it again? See? All right? The head fake. Okay? The head fake. That's what I'm talking about. As long as the SNTIA is written as it is, no one has to disclose publicly if Sheldon Adelson is involved. They can do anything they want under the sheet. Well, I was going to say under the sheets, but you know what I mean. Undercover. Behind closed doors. Sight unseen. Known only to true insiders. Bourdain knows. Maybe I should get that 1995 picture of Mark Bourdain with the hair and put him as the seer, like the old great seer. Bourdain, will you tell us the truth about what's going on here? He'll say, well, I've told you the truth. What's that? Well, you don't need to know. There's the truth. Ha ha ha. Mark's funny like that. But anyway, okay. Now, Rivera says, no return on investment means no Adelson. But how do we know? Jason Rivera says, hey, Zinni, I'm at Los Cabos, Mexico, enjoying my vacation, but still here watching your live stream. Hey, how you doing? Welcome. How are you? Hey, folks, for everybody here, I would really appreciate an investment contribution. Some people call it a donation. I call it an investment contribution because it actually counts as an angel investment towards Zinni 62 Media. So, hey, if it's $2, $5, $50, that'd be fantastic. $100, even better. But, hey, help keep this going. Much appreciated. Thank you for the contributions of the Comic-Con live stream. It'll be, that was fantastic. But anyway, Jay-Z, let's see here. no return on investment is usually what all Adelson is about. But hey, Baus, here's the thing. Here's the thing, Baus. Before you arrived, Jordan Yancey floated the rumor, based on his visit to Vegas, that some people say Adelson is still involved. And he said he heard it at a sports bar at Mandalay Bay, and he's willing to go back and follow up on it, which is, how, right, so how much more clear as a bell can you be? So you have to put out there as rumor. But here's the catch, Baus. The law, SB1 around the stadium, allows you to not disclose any financial details. That includes who's involved, okay? So this is where we have to do sleuthing. We have to ask questions about rumor and go forward, all right? But they've created a nice cover for themselves, okay? So, let's see. Rivera says, mega wealth don't do no profit, always about the money. Well, Russ, it's usually about power more than money. Power more than money, and the ability to say to the NFL, hey, you know what? We got all your gambling purse strings tied up, NFL. You think you can run away from us, but no. Jerry Jones is my friend. He engineered this, and I'm going to arrange it so that come Super Bowl time, we get the dollars we seek. Keep that in mind, because that's the one thing you have to remember, all right? I've said it before, I'll say it again. The Super Bowl is about contractors making money and the casinos having these giant shows. If they have the Super Bowl in Vegas, they're going to have shows that are tied to the Super Bowl, and they're going to get attention like nobody's business. And that money is going to wind up in the pocket of a person like Sheldon Adelson. So if they get that far, okay? If they get that far. If the Raiders, basically be the Raiders, right? Then they stand in the way and UNLV takes over. But in either case, Las Vegas would still have its large-scale mega event center, assuming the FAA doesn't step in the middle of things and throws a huge monkey wrench into it, which could very well be possible given the proximity the stadium is to the airport. Close. Okay? So, yeah, it would be funny if Adelson squeezed Adelson. LX says, so Jordan heard the Adelson rumor in a bar. It was a rumor. He heard it in a bar in Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. It was a rumor. Yeah, he heard it. So let me ask you, what's the guideline? I'm going to throw this back at you. What's the guideline for floating a rumor? Okay? If you say it's rumor in the headline, what's the guideline for that? If anybody is experienced in doing research, you put out what's called the null hypothesis, and you test the null hypothesis. Here's the null hypothesis. Rumor, Sheldon Adelson is still involved in the Oakland Raiders Las Vegas State NFL Stadium deal. That's your null hypothesis. Your job is to disprove it. Okay? There is nothing wrong with that. All right? Plus, LX, how do I know that you're not a double agent? Because I don't know what your name is. All I know is that there's a video of you on YouTube trying to ride a mechanical bull. I think that's you. So anyway, look. Again, I have gotten my best interviews in a bar. Mike Silver's gotten his best interview ever with Dennis Rodman in a bar. So what's your point? All right? Baus says, regulations, laugh out loud. Please, we see people not follow these all the time. Right, but the regulation I'm talking... Wait a minute. Jeff M says, FAA regulations state nothing over 300 feet. That was a problem for Los Angeles. No, not 300 feet. No, 200 feet. Get your stuff. No. 200 feet. Not 300. It's 200 feet, not 300 feet, okay? 200. Actually, it's even shorter than that. It's like 160 feet now. The Raiders are said to be at 225, although I'm not buying it, all right? Boss Ray says, yeah. Well, yeah, that's right. Anyway, Jeff M says, you sure? Because they raise a stink in Oceanside. But the trouble with Oceanside is that, again, well, let's put it this way. If I'm certain of that, first of all, the height limit issue, yeah, I'm absolutely certain. But here's the deal, okay? Hey, Bouse, if you wanna, you should come on live if you're gonna like be on. You should have your face on here again, man. Heck with you. Anyway, here's the thing. You got the Inglewood Stadium is 3 miles from LAX. Okay, the Russell Road location is 1/4 mile from the airport. All right, 1/4 mile. Okay, so all right, so we've got. Hey T Cooper, how are you? Corvette 43 watching now. It's 11:27. I'm gonna bow out in a few minutes. It's been a rough day. So just to be honest. So Nader Karim, they're better off in Vegas than the dump at the moment. Well, that says nothing because you can build a better stadium in Oakland. So much for your comment. Big Eightful says this is getting crazy. The season can't start fast enough for Mark Davis. Jeff M says, sorry, half mile. No, 3 miles. 3 miles. It's, and as far as the, no, 3 miles from Inglewood to LAX is 3 miles. Not a half mile. I've driven it, okay? So, there. Let's see here. We've got, why did Adelson be involved in the deal so bad? Well, it depends on the nature of his involvement. Well, let's do some figuring, okay? What do the Raiders need in terms of additional what for parking? Land. Who has a lot of land or the means to buy it? He does. Remember I speculated that Adelson may have fronted them cash to buy the first property? Maybe they ran out of money. Okay? So, it is, well, hey, it's because the NFL sees Super Bowl level money out of it. That's what's going on. And among other things, you know, there are certain people that have powerful legal friends that are standing in the way right now, at least threatening to, which concerns the NFL. And so you've got, this is, the whole Quinn issue is forcing everybody to focus. It's forcing the league to focus. It's forcing the Raiders to focus. It's forcing everybody, regardless of what side you're on, to focus. It's forcing it's caused Ronnie Lott to do what he did. It caused us to do what we did. See what I'm getting at? I mean, the lines have been drawn. And perhaps Adelson was recruited to walk back in, if he was ever out. Again, it's a rumor. If someone wants to shut down the rumor, do the work and have him say, I am not involved. But don't assume. Don't assume. Float the rumor. Don't bully people for floating the rumor. Ask the question and get it answered. Is Adelson involved or not? Or not. Don't tell me about what happened in the past. I mean now. Now. Okay? So, hey, good night, Barry Lee. Okay, good night, Barry. I'll see you. And so in any rate, let's see here, whatever. Okay. Onward through. Yeah, we've got, let's see, Jeff M. Let's see here. Bouse, I got rid of him. Nader's gone. Okay. So, moving forward. I'm not going to have any of that crap here. Jeff M says, Jordan, the land that the Chargers were looking at in Oceanside. The stadium was like half a mile to 1/4 mile, and they were talking to them to try and move the bonsai, but Spada shot it down. Interesting. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I don't. He can go someplace else. Rivera says, if you think Ronnie's quote comments in recent Raiders was a timely response to our JPO, you missed it. They scared. Yeah, they are scared, Russell. They are scared. Absolutely. 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 Yep. Well, absolutely. Okay. I mean, wow. Okay. Hey, Lucas the Fox, why don't you donate to the cause? Put something in the super chat till. $2. Thank you. So, right. And, we've got 53 watching. It's 1:31 at night. I'm going to call it in just a few minutes. T. Cooper says, Bouse, you know that, yeah, right. Rivera says, we drop his name on video on Friday and by Sunday. Yeah, exactly, Russ. Okay, what Russell Rivera is talking about is the fact that on Thursday of last week, time flies because, this Thursday will be a week already. But it was intimated that Ronnie Lott was the focus of and ostensibly supportive of the legal work that's been done before against the Las Vegas NFL Raiders plans, right? So then that was on Thursday. Then here comes on Sunday, Ronnie Lott on Sirius Satellite Radio saying, among other things, that the Silver and Black have done everything they can to keep the Raiders in Oakland. We know that's not true, including they didn't talk to Ronnie Lott. Okay. Now, Boster Ruler says, no sweat. Early morning shift for me. Hey, have a great one, boss. I'll see ya. Thank you for dropping by. Very, very much. And Rivera says, we will drop his name on video Friday and Sunday. Yeah, Friday. That's right. That's absolutely right. All right, folks. It is 1:33, and I'm going to go and get some shut-eye tonight. And Big Eightful, can we put Zinsters on heat? Yeah, that's right. Well, hey, good night. Like I said, no donors tonight? Ah, come on. Jeez Louise. But thank you for the donations. Well, I should have clarified. There were donors during the Comic-Con public stream, which was great. Thank you so much. That was fantastic. So, no need for heat. Support him. He supports us. That's right. Yeah, the heat shouldn't be placed on Ronnie. I'll tell you where the heat should be. It should be on the Las Vegas Review-Journal to reveal where Sheldon Adelson is in all this right now. Not back then, right now. That's where you place the heat. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Reuben, have a good night. Everybody, good night. Good night. John Marks, everybody, good night. I'll see you guys. Good night. And John Marks, good night. Yes, it will be John Marks. That's right. As he says, a stone gas, honey. And you can't see this on YouTube. He's writing in the chat area. If you can bet your last money, it's all going to be a stone gas, honey. That's actually a quote from the late, great, legendary Don Cornelius of Soul Train. Note I didn't say it with a scream. No. I said it with dignity. Soul Train. Yes. Anyway. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody. Good night. And thank you for... you the man, Rick Rice. You the man. You the man. You the man. You the man. Hey, thank you for a great audience. This has been a good turnout, you know? This really was a good turnout. Don Cornelius was a great guy. Thank you. This is a great... between this one and the Comic-Con vlog before it, not bad. Not bad. All right, everybody. Good night. Good night. As Edward R. Murrow would say, good luck. Thank you.